Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Moments. It is that time of year. It is the holiday season. So if you're like, I'm super excited, I'm totally with you. If you're like, ooh, this time of year is a little stressful, I get it, I'm with you there too. So today's flow is for holiday stress. We're gonna get grounded, we're gonna find our limits, and we're gonna feel really good. So we're gonna start on our mat, hop into something comfortable, and I'll meet you in a seat. All right, so when you're ready, we're gonna find a seat of our choice here, and we're gonna find this nice alignment throughout our torso, throughout our spine. So I'm going to let my sit bones be heavy, really connect into the earth, into your yoga mat. And then I'm going to lift up just gently from my pelvis, draw my navel in and up, lift my heart, and I'm going to tuck my chin. So I'm going to find this nice long line through the back of my neck, knowing that our spine starts all the way up here, runs all the way down to our tailbone. Nice long line. And then I'm going to draw my knees up to my chest as much as they go. If you're out here, no worries. Find that little hug in yourself here. So I'm gonna even tuck my chin more. And I'm just gonna take it inside. Get centered, find yourself here. Know that there's nothing else to do. Anything you need will still be here when you're done. So really embrace this moment for yourself. See if you can let your shoulders soften. Find your breath. And then when you're ready, we'll stretch our legs out, we'll stretch our arms up, wake the body up a little bit. So finding this centered spot and moving from there, I'm going to find a nice, easy cross-legged pose. And again, keep this alignment and this mindfulness as I'm moving. I'm going to reach my heart forward, come around in nice big circles here. So warming up this spine, we've made it long. Now we're going to make it just a little more flexible, create just a little more space. And I'm using my breath here. So I'm inhaling to come forward, exhaling, rounding through, drawing my navel to my spine. Little seated cat-cow option today. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it in the other direction. So my hands are on my knees just for a little stability. I keep moving them. Find what feels good. So whatever expression you need to bring today, maybe it's just fun of holiday. Oh, that's okay too. Nice to just take a moment for ourselves. And if there's any spots you're like, oh, I need to work this one out, stay there, embrace it. Have some fun with it. And then we're going to come back to center. Take our hands out to the side. So fingertips can be on the mat or you can flip them up. Wherever you are, we're going to inhale, sweep it up. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. The left hand's going to come to the mat. Right arm's going to reach all the way over. So keep your sit bones nice and heavy. Keep them kissing the mat. You'll find a stretch in the right side body. A little bit of compression in the left. And then we're going to inhale all the way up, take it to the other side. Right hand comes to the ground, left arm comes over. Flipping sides. So find your breath. We'll inhale, come all the way up. And then from here, we're going to turn so that we're lengthwise on our mat if you're not already. And we're going to bring it all the way forward into our tabletop position. And right away here, we're going to curl our toes. Inhale, send the hips up and back. So coming into a down dog, taking whichever movement you need. So no rigidity here. Finding movement as we need it. Tending to our bodies, tending to the energy of our bodies. We're going to press into all 10 fingers and find one moment of stillness when you're ready. So it might be a challenge, and that's okay. Meet yourself where you're at. From here, we're going to step the right foot up, pivot on our back foot. So we're going to come up into warrior two. So press into your front foot, find your warrior. Beautiful pose to find both your strength and your softness today. We're going to make sure that our heels are in line with each other. So if you're on two separate tracks, walk it into the midline. Find that stability, open your hips, arms are going to come out. If you look down, you'll see your front toe over your front knee. So just making sure that we're not reaching too far forward here, but really grounding down into our feet, bringing our shoulder blades together, opening our hearts. Nice big breath. Gaze comes out over the right middle finger. Let your tailbone be heavy here. Press into your feet. And then imagine sliding your feet together. So really engaging your foundation. This is where your strength is. Always setting our foundation first. And then find your softness. So see where you can release. See where you can let go. And then we're going to straighten the front knee. And imagine somebody pulling your right arm forward. We're going to hinge right at the hips. Come into triangle pose. So left arm's going to come up towards the sky. If you are here, no worries. You're doing fabulous. I got you. You got you. That's the best part. So breathe here. And then press into both feet. Come all the way up. We're going to bend our front knee. Cartwheel it all the way forward with our arms. Plant our hands, step the right foot back and lower down. So you can cobra or up dog. Your choice here. Find a heart opener. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. And again, if you need to take movement, take movement. Find what you need. And if you're like, Janice, no way, I just want to be still. Find your stillness. Either way, find your center. Let all of your movement come from there, or all of your non-movement, whatever you need. And then we're going to inhale, step the left foot up, pivot on our back foot. You can even set your foundation here. Make sure your feet are in line with each other. And we're going to inhale, come on up into our warrior two on the left side. So make any adjustments you need. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let your front knee be over your front ankle. Squeeze your feet like they're coming towards each other. They will not move. Find some stillness. And then we're going to press into our front foot, straighten our knee, and then exhale, come into triangle pose. So if it's easy, you might take your hand to your heart and just open up one more time. Find that twist. Connect to your breath. And then press into your feet. Come all the way back up. Beautiful. We're going to bend our front knee. Bring our arms down. Step the left foot back and lower down cobra or chaturanga to up dog, whatever you prefer. And then we're going to send it back into down dog for one moment here. Find yourself, find something new. And then we're going to bend our knees, bring them to the mat, and send it back into a very sweet child's pose. So arms can come behind you if that feels more comfortable. Find your breath. Let everything else go here just for a moment. All right, we're going to slide our hands forward. From here, we're going to come all the way up into tabletop, send it up and back into downward facing dog, and then we'll walk our feet towards the center. Walk our hands back towards the center. Forward fold here. Bend your knees. Let your head be heavy, and you might even grab opposite elbows. Finding a little stretch throughout your back, throughout your hamstrings. And then when you're feeling good, we're going to rise on up. So without, much fanfare, I love celebrating the holidays with simplicity and a nice little tree pose, of course. So we're going to walk our feet together. Toes are going to come together. And we're going to leave just a thumbprint between our heels. So little tiny gap. We're going to find this nice alignment. Press into all four corners of our feet. Lift up from the arches. And from here, we're going to lift our right knee. So all the weight's going into our left foot. Keep your hips level if you can. And then when you're ready, you can take your right foot to either your ankle. Keep your toes on the ground if you need, maybe to your calf. Be very gentle if you're at your knee. You don't want to push out of line. So usually best practice is above or below the knee. And you're going to squeeze your right foot towards your left leg. The left leg squeezes back towards your right foot. Breathe here. Ooh. If you need to make adjustments, go for it. If you fall, no worries, we gotcha. Ooh. And maybe today you keep your hands at your heart. Maybe you grow them. See if you can find this lift up through the torso. Hips shine just a little bit forward. And then we'll release our hands. If you prefer, you can release your left or right foot, reach back, and come into dancer. So I'll turn sideways just so you can see. From tree pose, reach your right foot back. Right hand's going to turn palm to the outside. And you're going to send your hips forward. The left hand will come out. And if it's available to you, you might start to kick your right foot back. Reach forward with your heart. See if you can ground through your left foot. Lift up from the left arch. And then we'll exhale. Bring it back to center. Set it up on the other side. So shake out your feet if you need. Shake out your legs. And we'll reset for tree pose on the left side. So weight goes into the right foot, but we keep our hips level. So lift up from that right hip. Lift the left foot, and then find your edge today. So it might be your thigh, it might be your calf. You might just keep your toes on the ground. Squeeze your foot and your leg together, and then when you're ready, grow your tree. And if you need the wall, no worries. Find yourself here. Settle in, set the temperature as you'd like. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale, release with control. And you might just send that left foot all the way back. Left palm turns out. And you might pick up your left ankle. Now, if you're here, no worries. If you feel a good stretch through the front of your left quad, awesome. If you want a little more, you might start to kick back. Right arm will come out. Ooh, find yourself here. So even though I'm moving, we find our center. It's a practice. It's not perfection. Find your breath. And then we'll inhale to come up. Exhale, release back to the ground. Well done. Shake it out. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back down into a seat here. So coming from our seat right onto our backs. And we'll shake the legs out if you need. A little left, a little right. And then when you're ready, walk your heels in so that they're underneath your knees, or as close to as you feel comfortable. We're going to squeeze our sit bones together. So just hugging towards the midline, squeezing our legs like we're holding a block or a book between them. And we're going to press down into our feet, lift up the hips. So coming into bridge, you might hug your shoulder blades together. You might explore lifting your hips. You might explore engaging your quads. No right or wrong here. Lift your chest up. And then maybe you might reach your knees away from you. So finding the length through your quads. And then slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Trusting yourself here. And then join me one more time. We'll do one more bridge. Have some fun with this. Push into your feet. Lift those hips up towards the sky. Take a moment and just breathe here. So wherever you're at, join me. Find something that feels good for you. Find something that is yours. And then we'll exhale again with control. Trust yourself. You got this. I'm right there with you. Lowering down until each vertebrae meets the mat. And you might notice that your lumbar spine kind of meets the mat all in one big chunk, and that's okay. Maybe you have more mobility than I do. That's awesome. So from here, we can walk our feet out just a little bit, pause for just a moment, and then we're going to take our arms up towards the sky, and we're going to grab opposite elbows here. So whatever feels good to you. We're going to let our legs fall to the left. Elbows are going to go to the right. So a little change up on our traditional spinal twist. Nothing to do but settle into your breath. And then draw your navel to your spine, bring your center back. Notice how your legs will come with you, wonderfully attached as they are, and then we'll go opposite side. So knees go to the right. Just move the mic back. Knees will go to the right, elbows go to the left. Finding a nice big steady breath. And then we'll inhale, come back to center. Arms are going to come up towards the sky, and just like we started our practice, we're going to hug our knees in, give ourselves a great big hug. You might tuck your chin, you might lift yourself up into a nice little ball. Take whatever you need here. Hug yourself in, get centered. And then we're going to release, knowing that we're doing this. We're releasing, we're stretching our legs out. Arms are intentionally moving up and overhead. So we're being deliberate, finding ourselves here. And then I'm going to press into my head, tuck my shoulder blades. Find your Shavasana. So whatever you need. Let yourself soften everywhere. And know that if you can choose to center yourself here on your mat, you can choose to center yourself off of the mat. And that is all the power that you need. I'm going to bring my hands up to my third eye, From my heart to yours, not only do I bow to you, but I wish you a wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I hope it's filled with love and joy and kindness and compassion. So, from everyone at Yoga Moments, Namaste.